Hello my friends, welcome to another video, and today I'm going to talk about the Huawei Mate 20. This is one impressive device. It's one of the most underrated devices on the market currently available, and this is actually a flagship device, but it lives in the shadows of the bigger brother, the Huawei Mate 20 Pro or the Mate 20X for that matter. And just for showcase, I have here the Mate 20 Pro. And as you can see, it has a different, but not very different philosophy in terms of design, in terms of display, compared to the bigger, the premium brother, the Mate 20 Pro. We have a 6.5-inch display, and this is a Full HD Plus display, and also it's an IPS LCD display. But it has a smaller water drop notch, and to me this looks prettier than the display on the Mate 20 Pro. Also, we don't have any curved glass on the sides, and I actually prefer this format, this flat screen type of display if you want, mainly because the multimedia experience is a lot better in my opinion, because you don't have any color distortion on the edges and any light reflection when watching at least videos. Also, I do like this water drop notch, because it's not as intrusive as the one found on the Mate 20 Pro, but this one has something else in terms of face recognition technology, and it's more advanced compared to the one found on the Mate 20. This uses 2D facial recognition, while the Mate 20 Pro features 3D and face mapping technology for your security needs. Also, in terms of design, this is a very well built smartphone. It's made out of glass and metal. The overall looks are very nice, and on the back we have the triple camera, which is downsized compared to the Mate 20 Pro, and also the fingerprint reader, which works simply flawlessly, actually very fast, very reliable. In terms of camera, we have a 12 megapixel main sensor coupled with a 16 megapixel wide angle sensor and a 8 megapixel telephoto sensor. So it's a downsize compared to the Mate 20 Pro, but this doesn't mean that this camera setup isn't able in delivering some amazing results. And to my honest opinion, after using the Note 9, I consider the Mate 20, the regular one, to be better in terms of camera compared, for example, with the Note 9. And in most situations, it's almost similar to the bigger brother, the Mate 20 Pro. But there are differences, mainly due to the size of the sensor, and also mainly noticeable in details, because there it's where you're gonna see the difference between the regular Mate 20 and the Mate 20 Pro. Also, we have dual stereo speakers, one down here, USB Type-C port, the other speaker is embedded right here in the upper frame, and also we get a 3.5 headphone millimeter jack with microphones and an IR blaster. This one doesn't have water resistance. It's only IP53 certified, so not IP68 like the Mate 20 Pro. You also get on the left side you get a SIM tray that supports dual nano SIM, and you can actually use this to expand your storage using Huawei's proprietary nano memory cards. And on the right side you have the power button with this beautiful red accent and the volume buttons. It feels very nice in the hand, it's very easy to hold, and as I said, I do like the form factor and the overall design choices that Huawei made in terms of the Mate 20. Inside we get the same processor, just like the Mate 20 Pro, the Kirin 980, coupled with 4 GB of RAM on my unit, but you can also buy it in a 6 GB of RAM configuration. You also get dual NPUs for image processing, scene recognition, and also for the overall, let's say, management of the device. You get all the bells and whistles in terms of connectivity. You get Bluetooth 5.0, you get Wi-Fi 4G LTE, dual GPS, which means faster times for acquiring location when using dedicated apps for navigation, just like the bigger brother, the Mate 20 Pro. You get a 4000 mAh battery inside. It supports fast charging, and from my tests it basically recharges completely from 0 to 100 in 60 minutes. Huawei promises 50% in 30 minutes, but I've tested out mine completely recharged from 0 to 100 in 60 minutes. And the big thing about this battery is the battery times that I get with this device. This for me is the all-time champion in terms of battery life. With my usage, with my apps, with my style, I usually get 12 to 13 hours of screen on time, which translates in 2 full days of usage. And this is impressive from a 4000 mAh battery, considering that the Mate 20 Pro has a 4200 mAh battery inside and an AMOLED display, and I don't get the same results with that one. So I don't know what's happening, I don't know what's going on here with the regular Mate 20, but battery life has been nothing but insane, amazing. In terms of connectivity, especially in signal strength and whatnot, acquiring signal, I had no issues. Call quality is absolutely amazing. Speakers, the speakers are great, but not fantastic. They are better than the Mate 20 Pro if you want, mainly because you don't have a speaker integrated in the USB Type-C port, just like the Mate 20 Pro. So it's separate, and in terms of loudness, it feels a lot better than the Mate 20 Pro. It also supports Dolby Atmos technology, so the viewing experience is absolutely great if you ask me in terms of media consumption. Very interesting device, especially considering the price point of this smartphone. You can actually pick one up right now for roughly 650 euros, which is about 300 euros cheaper at this moment than the Mate 20 Pro. And in my honest opinion, you don't lose a lot of things compared to the Mate 20 Pro. Of course, this one doesn't support wireless charging, doesn't support reverse wireless charging, doesn't have the same camera setup, doesn't have the fingerprint scanner embedded in the screen, doesn't have the same facial recognition technology, but it does have Face ID, it does have a fingerprint sensor, it does have an amazing camera for the specs that it has. Trust me, this one is really great. You can see on my channel a lot of tests and samples that I did last week. So go ahead, check those out if you want to see how good it performs in terms of camera. The big question here is, how well justified is to pay 300 euros more to get the Mate 20 Pro instead of the Mate 20? And to be honest with you, after using the Mate 20 Pro, after using for 3 weeks the regular Mate 20, my conclusion is very simple. it's not worth it. It's not worth it to pay 300 euros more for the Mate 20 Pro when you get basically 90% of that device inside this one. Processor, speed, camera flexibility, amazing battery life, great display. This is one of the best LCD display panels that I ever seen and ever used, and overall the whole device feels really snappy, and whatever you do, whatever app you open, I don't know, a video editing app for example, it's gonna run flawlessly. And in my honest opinion, I consider this to be the better choice due to the price, due to the performance that it provides, because basically in benchmarks they are similar, the Mate 20 with the Mate 20 Pro, and for the average consumer, I think that right now this is the best product available on the market. This one plays in the same price league like the OnePlus 6T, and to be honest with you, I would buy this instead of the OnePlus 6T because you get a lot more. Better battery life, great camera experience, and also performance, audio quality and connectivity and whatnot. In my honest opinion, it's better than what OnePlus 6T has to offer. If you're looking to buy an affordable device, but still a flagship device, I highly encourage you to go to a store to try it out, to play with the device, to discover all its potential, and why not, maybe you'll end up buying one. Trust me, you won't regret it, because this is how good the Huawei Mate 20 actually is. This has been the most satisfying experience in terms of smartphones that I had in the past years. Of course, without taking into consideration the Mate 20 Pro. But this is a different story, and this is a different type of device for a different type of user. But this one, for the regular user, for the average consumer, this is, to my honest opinion, the best choice that you can make right now if you want to spend as little as possible and yet getting a lot of features and a lot of power and performance. Thank you for watching this video. See you in the next one. Until then, as always, be safe, be good.